you ever play your acoustic guitar in E flat standard? Recently, Bob S. kicked off a good discussion in the BGI Premium Members community about playing in E flat standard. That's where the strings are tuned down a half step from standard tuning. After having some fun with Tuesday Blues number 383, and Tuesday Blues number 393, both of which are in double drop D tuning, I've been in a mood to experiment. So tune to E flat standard, and let's give this slow Delta Blues number a look. By the way, if you're interested in the full performance, you can find that at this timestamp right here. And if you want to do a deep dive on the entire piece, join BGI for the extended cut live. There are details on the lesson page for Tuesday Blues number 395. So playing this fingerstyle, open 6th string, open 1st string, and then sliding up from the 2nd fret to the 4th on the 3rd string, picking that 1st string open again. And then here we do a real slurred slide back, right? It's quick. We start at the 4th fret, yes, but we're really targeting that 2nd fret with a pretty quick slide. Then we're going to pull off and land on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So the first phrase sounds like this. And we'll finish it with this hammer-on, open 3rd string to 1st fret, and then land back here for some resolve on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So this is the main riff. Now, we'll move this through our arrangement here. In the second time, we'll just hang on this. So the two parts answer each other. There's the first, here's the second. Letting that hang again. Repeating the first. And then a cool move to move us into the A7 chord part. Now keep in mind it's A7, but it's a half step down. So what we're doing here is the open 6, open 1st, and then this hammer-on move. Right, so we've got 3 of them, and they're really quick from the open 4th string up to the 2nd fret before pulling off and then down to the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Open 4th, and then I changed my fingers. I'm doing this. I did the hammer-ons with my middle finger, but now I want to land with my index finger so I can land comfortably in my A7 chord shape there. Now, we're going to have a look at that part and compare it to what the same part on the same guitar sounds like, just tuned up to E standard. We're going to do that in a second, but before we do, let's take a look at the next part in the progression where we move into the A7 chord shape. Now, it's mostly strumming, so there's room to breathe and get a feel for this tuning, and there's also a little bit of subtlety that happens with a little single note line at the very end. Let's take a look. So once in our A7 chord, our first measure is just brushing up through the top few strings with the index finger. But you want to make sure that when you fret this, that you've got a bar across the 2nd fret, even at the 1st string, because we're going to lift up the 3rd fret of the 1st string and hear that for a little movement in our chord strum. All right, and then we'll end that measure by going to the 3rd fret, 6th string, and then open. Just a cool little bass move to get us back to the A. Now here, we're going to slide up on the 2nd string up to the 7th fret, and then the 8th fret on the 1st, before doing a little bluesy bend on that 2nd string, release, and hold this note. This is the subtlety that happens here. It sounds really sweet. we're going to let that hang over the top note, the first string open, and then our chord changes back to our main riff, but we're not just going to hop there on the downbeat. We're going to let this hang and only move when we need to, so that this kind of pulls over the top of the next bar. It sounds really cool. Let's listen. Now, remember, we're covering the rest of the arrangement in the extended cut, but for this lesson, let's compare what we've played so far in E flat with the same part played in E standard. But first, let's remember what it sounds like putting all of this together in E flat standard. Now, I'm going to tune up so we can hear what that same part sounds like in E standard tuning. Every guitar is different, and I encourage you to try playing an E flat standard on your guitar to see if you like it. And if you sing while you play it, this might help you match your vocal range with what you're playing on the guitar. So there are some good reasons to play in E flat. But when it comes to the clips of my guitar and this particular piece, what did you think? Did you prefer E flat or E standard tuning? Let me know in the comments. Premium members have access to additional lesson materials like the extended cut live, downloadable PDF, and guitar profiles, and the incredibly useful SoundSlice interactive tab player for this lesson. Plus, you'll have access to the entire library of premium lessons. And if you're not already a premium member, you can check out how to do that right over there. And I hope to see you inside my BGI. Until then, practice smart and play on.